It's a chunk of dead sea critter. You're scrubbing your body with a fish's house. That's bestiality if I ever saw it. But you know what ain't dumb? This little trick on one of these newfangled telephones. I click that little picture right there, boom, order placed, and I just sit like a king. 2 days later, ding dong, some fellow in shorts drops a box on my porch. Anyway, a bunch of you keep saying, Buck, review crack cocaine. Everybody keep telling me, Buck, you gotta watch the Throne Game. So I did. 8 seasons of swords and whispering in dark hallways. It's all about this spiky chair they all want. I could weld a better one right here in the garage. And the names? Jon Snow, Dairy Queen Targaryen. These so-called gin-deer ravel parties? Don't get me started. That's where you invite 50 people to find out whether your unborn kid's gonna pee standing up or sitting down. Here's one guy whacks a big old balloon full of pink dust. Now there's glitter in the grass the raccoons got to deal with. These kids sat me in a chair and said they're gonna make me an emo singer. I thought they were gonna fix my inbox. Next thing I know, they slathered printer ink all over my hair, stuck foil on me like a baked potato, and started painting tar on my eyelids. And now look at this. I look like a raccoon. Folks keep tagging me in these videos where people whisper into a fancy microphone. They call it ASMR.
Right, friend?
Just relax for me. I'm gonna scratch the mic a little bit. Relaxing? That sounds like a possum in the wall to me. Hello there, I'm gonna scratch your ears with a screwdriver. Tap, tap, see? Creepy. Remember that alien elf guy from that old show? Gordy Shazbot, Morton Segway, whatever his name was. Everybody thought he was some real space critter. Turns out it was just a fuzzy puppet with a guy's arm right up in there. They even had him dating a human. Oh, forget that. Look what I got. Taste of the wild salmon dog food. Smells like an old boat. Dogs might like it. Also, for the record, my legal government name. You ready? Buckminster Fullerene Buckston. That's right, my parents were hippies with a chemistry set. Y'all keep asking about my knobby toe, so here you go, live review. This here, big guy, I call him Captain Corn Chip. Works fine, looked like a bent cigar. Last night, I went undercover with the ants. Shrunk myself down, threw on this ant suit, and sneaked right into their little dirt condo. Infrastructure, 8 out of 10. Tunnels are straighter than my driveway. Food service, hey, y'all keep asking me to review the beaver. Anyway, I was slicing up some jalapenos the other night from a chili like a man, got that capsaicin juice all over my digits. Then I scratched my personal region, the southern hemisphere, and whoa, buddy, felt like a blowtorch on a bald eagle. But you know what's dumber? The unceasing flow of time. It's been running since the day I was born, and not once has it taken a coffee break. This old chronology, the trippy, unstoppable thing you call time, one big scam. They're everywhere. The smug bug spray plan backfired. Vinegar trap attempt so far is 0 prisoners. Dang gnats. Next step, cow's helmet living. I was cooling off. I wandered into that store with the red bullseye. You know the one. Look at this. Little plastic succulent. $5. One of y'all in the comments said, Buck, you look sharp in some leggings. I'm sending you a pair. I'm in them now. If blue cat people can smooch humans, ants are probably next. So I'm going to go undercover in their little ant society and put a stop to this bestiality before it starts. To do that, I got to earn their trust. That's where this bag of crack comes in. But you know what ain't dumb? All them genders folks keep talking about. I'm into that. Look at this board I made. Got them all wrote down. We got the non-buried, the gender fluid, the I-gender, two-spritz, Demi boy, and a pile more I couldn't fit. I love every one of you. You can call me he, him, or hey, buddy. I call you they, them there. To me, it's like a full toolbox. And at the 2026 Garage Man's Convention, Comic-Con for folks who own more WD-40 than silverware. Flannels everywhere, mustaches everywhere. Let me show you. This here fella, what's your name? Larry. Everybody and their dog is doing these cold plunges. They say it's good for your dopamine or something. Look at this, 37 degrees. 3 minutes or you turn into a popsicle. That's what they sweet mother of melon. That's Sagittarius Dwarf Electric Galaxy. First off, picking sounds like a vacuum cleaner at a yard sale. Scientists say it's orbiting us, circling around the Milky Way like some stray cat we forgot to shut the door on. Dogs might like it. Plastic puff. Drag board. Silicone flying saucer. I thought it was a dog chew. Now the British, you know, the limey folks, they toss that word cunt like it's a handshake. Now look here. My new invention. Mountain Dew, Red Bull, and a hearty glug of this Merlot red wine. Looks like rust water out of a race car radiator. Smells like Christmas in Vegas. Ooh, son, that hits 3 different parts of the brain. Yeah, I did it. It's fizzing like a possum full of firecrackers. Woo! First sip felt like my heart just kicked over a lawnmower. Second sip, whole carnival in my mouth, and they all got roller skates. Hang on. Oh, you cheeky cunt. C-P-A-P? I call it a C-Papper. Looks like a lunchbox from the future. So I typed red light in the map because the tail lamp on the F-150 croaked. Thought I was pulling up to an auto parts joint, brought the old bulb with me and everything. Turns out, it's the red light district. But look at this right here. This is a Kipu, K-H-I-P-U, ancient gadget from the Incans. It's basically a Peruvian spreadsheet made out of string, and it is slicker than snot on a doorknob. But anyway, I hop onto Facebook, and my niece Kelsey has this whole essay up. Look at this. Freddie Douglass, or however you say it, some old-timey abolitionist guy. Title says, what to the slave is the 4th of July? He asks what the holiday means to him, and then just unloads. My man wrote like a thundercloud. All right, I start reading. It goes, what to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days the gross injustice and cruelty. Whew, man, this thing hits harder than a 2x4 in a windstorm. Now, everybody's hollering about getting a side hustle. Side hustle, like it's some kind of treasure map. Back in my day, we just called that another job because the first one stinks. Now they got fancy apps for you to deliver burritos at midnight, and they tell you you're an entrepreneur. No, you're just tired. They got you running tacos for DoorBlash, walking poodles on Waggle, drawing logos on Upfiber, wearing out your car on your knees for nickels. Meanwhile, who gets rich? The app. I just left the send-off from my bowling buddy Gary. Let me break it down. Parking, A+. You could dock a cruise ship out there. Program spelled his name right, but they printed it on that dryer sheet paper. Casket looked nice till I tapped it. hollow as an IKEA shelf. I'm supposed to be reviewing that dual slalom thing. Slalom. Look, I wrote it out. 2 L's sitting there like a speed bump. Makes no sense. Slalom. Forget it. My tongue gets in a traffic jam. Who names a race like that? What kind of Now listen, I flipped on that puppy ball yesterday and my heart about burst. It's televised excellence. Tiny dogs, no helmets, no problem. Look at that little butterbean right there. 4 paws of lightning. Season 9 of the X-Files. It's like they fired all the writers and called in the substitute teacher. Fox Mulder ain't even in half of it. He's off doing calisthenics with UFO lawyers or something. I remember that flick from the late 90s, Entrapments, however you say it, where that gal in the shiny black suit worm crawls between the red lasers. That's cinema gold right there. The laser spaghetti scene, she moves like a human pretzel. No B-Steel T nonsense, just skill and guts. Solid 9.5 out of 10 from me. Sticking the landing. The only reason it ain't 1 is because it's round and knows what it is. It's with these medicine ads. They show folks running through fields and then bam, some fella starts talking like an auctioneer. Side effects may include headache, dizziness, joint pain, mild euphoria, rash, death, swelling of the anus. Did you catch that? Death? And something about the anus. They cram it in there like it's just another Tuesday.
Miraglide is not for everyone. Side effects may include nausea, drowsiness, mild ear itch, temporary death, swelling of the anus, rapid eyebrow growth, or feelings of deja vu. Do not take Miraglide if allergic to Miraglide.
Look at this. Life sure sends me this envelope. Calls it a premium. Premium sounds fancy. It's just a bill, buddy. They say I'm a policy owner, but I can't do squat with it. And then they mail me these charts, what they call actuarial tables. I call them actual weasel tables. Bunch of lines trying to guess when I'm going to croak. Look at it. Boobies. It still gets me. 40 years and it's still the funniest thing on planet Earth. You can't beat that. Boobies. Tell me that ain't genius. Mercy, it gets me every time. Time machines that leave you stranded in a time that's not your own. Hate them. That's all I'm saying. May cause head whapping, ticklish spleen, foot hum, unstoppable urge to buy patio furniture, glitter tears, temporary gills, well noise in ears, forget your Netflix password, sudden opinions about spackle, and in rare cases, a crush on amphibians.